Hello everybody, Commander Shepard here, and yeah, thank you guys for coming and checking out my new journal entry. I decided to play The Witcher 3 for this journal entry. It's what I was in the mood for. I returned to the game because they just came out with some updates for it, and now there's like a whole new inventory management system and everything. A lot of really cool new little changes because, man, that's what I love about CD Projekt Red, man. They have really supported this game so much, like way more than Bethesda ever supports their games. Like, these guys, they have improved The Witcher 3 for, they're always improving this game, man. That's how much they love this fucking game. They respect their customers, their players. It's awesome. But anyway, thanks you guys for checking out the video. I don't know what I'm going to talk about this episode. I kind of was running out of time. I needed to get this done. I will give you guys a little update on my channel. So right now I'm standing at 16 subscribers. I lost a subscriber, but I was expecting that because I left the Obtenebration network, so I kind of figured, someone from there would probably unsubscribe. So I was kind of expecting that. It's still unfortunate, but it's okay. So yeah, we're about at 16 subscribers, about 819 views at the moment. That'll change. And yeah, I think on Twitter I've got 60 followers, I believe, which is really awesome, you guys. Thank you guys so much. On Twitter, at least I've got a pretty fair following. I just really got to get some of you guys to come over to my YouTube channel and subscribe, because man, that would really help out you guys. So if you do really enjoy my videos, if you guys are on Twitter and you're checking these videos out, if you really like them, please come to my YouTube channel and subscribe. It really helps you guys. So yeah, thank you guys for returning again. So yeah, I'm just sitting here fighting this fucking fork tail. It's like, I don't know, 4 or 5 levels ahead of me. But you can kill these things with with skill and patience and just being careful. So yeah, I've got this game on like the second to the hardest difficulty. I haven't really played it on the hardest difficulty. I will probably at some point. I don't know, I'm just comfortable with it the way it is, actually. And I also added a new feature to the game where now I can, so the enemies are always scaled to my level. So, enemies will always be right there with me in power level, which is really cool. I like that. So if the game does get easy, but it's a really challenging game anyway. But yeah, it's like a whole new inventory system. Everything's been changed. It's really convenient, really awesome. They're just always making awesome changes to this game, and it just gets better and better, all the time. So what's been going on? So yeah, my wife returned from her trip, so I'm really excited about that. I've missed her a lot. She's been gone for a couple weeks or so, and it was pretty lonely without her, and it's kind of hard. But she's back now, so yeah, we're gonna be doing some stuff and get caught up with some things that we've missed. She hasn't been able to watch Game of Thrones, and for the first time I'm actually ahead of her on things that's going on in the show, and she doesn't know about it. Which is kind of fun for me, because usually she's the one that goes way ahead, and learns all this stuff way before I do, because I tend to just want to wait until it comes to Blu-ray, but I'll hear crazy spoilery things, and I'm like, oh, I know some stuff before you this time. So it's pretty funny. Yeah, so she's gonna have to get caught up on that. I think she's got like 2 episodes she has to get caught up on. Um, yeah. Uh, I just finished here while she was gone. I was really needing something to watch, and I've had the second season of Penny Dreadful for a little while now, and um, we hadn't watched it yet. We were going to watch it together, but I ended up watching it because whenever I upload these videos, they can sometimes take quite a little while to upload, so I needed something to actually watch that was closer to an hour, that would keep me entertained while I'm uploading these videos. And so I decided to watch Penny Dreadful Season 2, and man, I fucking love that show. I mean, I remember me and my wife got the first season. We watched the first episode on Hulu because it was like I guess promoting it. It was just the first episode, and it was really awesome. We really enjoyed it, but we didn't know how good the show was actually going to be. So when we actually got the full season, season 1, and we watched it, man, we were just so surprised at how fucking good that damn show is. Like, it is really fucking good. It's got great performances. It's just, they're using these fucking characters in the right way. Where, certain movies now, these fuckers are right on me. Certain movie, no, I'm gonna pick this one off now. I think it's, God, what is it, trying to think of, is it Universal, or, I'm not sure who has all these monster movies, and they're trying to do, like, a stupid shared universe thing, which would have been really awesome, but basically what they're doing is they're doing stupid, tween kind of movies, like the Dracula Untold is a part of that series, that stupid Frankenstein movie that it just came out with not too long ago with McAvoy, and I believe it had Daniel Radcliffe in it as well as Igor. That's also a part of it, and they're doing a new Mummy movie that's going to have Tom Cruise in it. I'm not interested in any of this shit. It's like, it's just dumb, it's like, you could have revitalized these fucking classic, this classic horror series, all these different horror series, and they're just doing it in just the dumbest, let's get those teens in and watch these fucking movies that are just dumb as shit. So if you want to see something that's truly fucking frightening and really just a really good strong take on these classic characters, check out Penny Dreadful. It really puts the horror back into these characters, and also it's like, vampires, are supposed to be fucking scary. They're monsters, they're not supposed to just be, you can have them look like people, but, when it comes down to it, they are monsters, and they're going to show their monstrous appearance. Stupid shit like Twilight, it's like, and even things like True Blood. Like, I have some problems with True Blood. I enjoy True Blood. I didn't really enjoy it, and I mean, I can still enjoy it, but, and I can still enjoy True Blood, but, it has problems that annoys the shit out of me, because the show really is just about sex most of the time, which is fine, but that's one of those shows I like to point out, saying, this is a show that has a lot of pointless fucking sex in it. It's there. And I get really annoyed with certain things. A pet peeve of mine is like werewolves, because werewolves is like one of my favorite fucking things. I feel like I just got a real connection with werewolves. I've probably dreamed about werewolves more than fucking anything, and it's usually always frightening as fuck. Like, it's not in a good way, right? But it's still a connection that I have with werewolves. Since I was a kid, I always thought werewolves were the creepiest goddamn things, and nowadays you don't really get real werewolves. You just get a wolf. It's just a big wolf, and that's it. Because a werewolf to me is somebody that's part man and part wolf. You know, uh, it's a big hulking creature that's a wolf man. Like that's what I see as a werewolf. But everyone lately just, it's like they're just lazy. They're just, let's just do a wolf, just a normal wolf, and we'll just make it a little bigger. And in the case of like True Blood, I don't even think those wolves are even bigger or anything. It was just normal sized wolves. And I'm like, well, wolves are dangerous and shit, but I wouldn't feel as threatened, by one of these things coming up, like, but just imagine walking down like a road and in the shadows you see this big hulking fucking beast with a wolf head, and they're hairy and glowy eyes. That's what's fucking just scary as fuck. Like, that's what I want, And we don't really get that anymore. Nobody seems to do too many true werewolf movies, in my opinion. True werewolf movies are things like, The Howling, American Werewolf in London, geez, I can't even think of some. I really enjoyed Silver Bullet when I was a kid. That movie's corny as fuck now, but I mean, I still really enjoy it. Even now, I still enjoy it. It's really corny, but it's okay. And there's some that pop up, but that's just kind of a pet peeve that I have. And True Blood ended up doing it because I got really excited. I was like, oh man, they're gonna be doing werewolves, Like, I think it was like season 3, and season 3 was also one of the worst fucking seasons of True Blood. Especially because the second season was great, like, the second season was really, really cool. It was different, it was a Maenad, it was like Greek mythology stuff, in the end, it was really goddamn cool and interesting. They did something different with it. And then season 3, it's like, oh, we're gonna do werewolves, and I got excited. But then it's like, no, it was really just kind of a letdown. And at that point, I'm like, I kind of started to lose interest in it because I'm like, they didn't do true werewolves, it's because I have such a connection with the big hulking werewolves, that nobody does. It's like, I don't know. Because to me, it's like those transformation scenes were always so awesome and so scary, and I don't know. It's annoying. And Twilight has the worst ones. I mean, it's, at least they're bigger, I guess, but they're not scary at all. They're just, but Twilight, there's nothing scary about Twilight. It's just stupid shit. Just dumb, just the worst, man. I just fucking hate Twilight. Yeah. I remember that these guys gave me a little more problems than I wanted. I got this dumb little axe here. It's like powerful, but it's like really short range, and it's just the best steel weapon that I have at the moment, for whatever reason. Because I started a new game, and yeah, this is just what I've got at this level for now, but it's got a really short, crappy range on it. Yeah, so, like I said, it's just a little pet peeve of mine, What else has been going on? I mean, yeah, like I said, Penny Dreadful's fucking awesome. Like, it's got great performances, all the characters are interesting. And they do new things with those characters, but they do really new, interesting things with those characters. A lot of surprises, especially in season 2, man. Like, there's some shit that happens in season 2. It's crazy. So yeah, I highly fucking recommend it, you guys. I mean, it's a very mature show, so keep that in mind. It's, I believe it was on Stars, I believe. I think it was the same channel. I mean, I know it's under Showtime, but I feel like it was on Stars, which is under Showtime. I think it was a part of the same, the channel that did, the Spartacus TV show, I believe. I'm not sure, but it might just be on Showtime for all I know, but it's still Showtime, but, So just keep that in mind. There's a lot of violence and shit. A lot of, there's some nudity and shit. I mean, there's a lot of stuff, So yeah, all I'm really doing this episode is I'm in the game. I was just kind of going around to these, question marks and seeing if there's any new gear or anything that I can get. That's really all I was doing. So I figured, well, I might as well just record, because I really need to make some video for my journal entry for today. So that's all I'm really doing, really. So yeah, so what else have I been doing? Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've been playing a lot of Overwatch. I have been taking a little break from it these last few days or so. I think at the moment, I'm like close to 1,000 eliminations over my deaths right now. I made a little clip before that, though, where it's around 900 or something, or 800, because I stopped it. I wanted to try and stop it at a point where I could compare it with, where I was at on the beta at the time. So I kind of stopped it around 10 hours. I stopped it right at 80 matches, which was about the same as what I did in the beta. That way I could kind of compare, so I'll probably put that in a journal entry at some point. But at the moment, I'm way ahead of that, And as far as games won, it's about the same, really. Yeah, I had to find this key here. So I've been having a lot of fun with it. There has been a lot of annoying matches, though, lately. I think that's one reason I'm taking a little break from it. It might be because even more people are playing now. So now you're starting to get just more troll teams that are just doing really trolly shit. I don't know how I feel about, because I know that there's a lot of discussion going on as to whether or not they're going to limit heroes or anything at some point. And I don't know how I feel about that, because there are times where I'm like, I feel like certain characters should be limited, but I feel like it should just be limited to 2 per character. Like, I think that you can have two of the same character on a team. Like, I don't feel like there's anything wrong with that, but I also understand that, yeah, there's a lot of people that really want to have, a whole bunch of, certain characters. I'm like, because I agree with that, like, yeah, that kind of defeats the purpose of what they're going for with the game, which is to switch out your characters and have just a crazy combination, whatever you want to do. But at the same time, I feel like maybe certain characters really could be limited, like on the console. Now on the PC, he's not much of a problem, Torbjorn, but on the console, Torbjorn is a huge problem. Because here's the thing, Blizzard is actually having to balance, the PC and the console version of the game differently, because certain characters might be more of a problem on the console versus the PC. Like, it's just a little bit different on the console than it is for the PC, because you're using a controller, and unless you calibrate your controller right, you might be slower, or slower to react and so on, and may not be quite as accurate at times. I don't really believe in the whole bullshit about, you're way more accurate on PC and then you can do things. I don't really believe that. I think it really just comes down to what feels comfortable. But I can tend to agree that, yeah, for a lot of people, that might be the case. But I believe that if you take a really, really good Overwatch team on PC and you take a really, really good Overwatch team on console and you pit them against each other, I don't think it's going to be as one-sided as a lot of people think. That's just how I feel. I don't really buy into this shit about how, you know, PC, like, you know, it's better. You know, that controls aren't as good, like, controllers aren't as good. You know, I don't really believe in any of that. You know, that's just me, though. I think that it really just comes down to what's comfortable for you. But yeah, but they do need to calibrate things a little differently, and you know, because that's still the case. You know, you still need to, you know, like certain characters just may not perform as well on one platform or the other. You know, like Torbjorn is an absolute beast on console, but on PC, you know, he's much easier to deal with. You know, somebody like Widowmaker is just an absolute, you know, beast on PC and is considered extremely overpowered. But on console, Widowmaker may not be as much of a problem because you do need to be really, really accurate with her. And for some people on console, they might have a harder time. You know, because like I said, with controllers, you do really need to sit there and adjust your sensitivity a lot and really kind of find that sweet spot. You know, and some people may not want to spend time doing that and finding what works best for them. You know, but yeah. Some precision characters just may not be quite as good on the console, so they have to calibrate them more. You know, they have to update it more. Because I could almost see Widowmaker being buffed at some point on the console. I think what will happen is she'll get nerfed a little on the PC, and she may actually get a bit of a buff on console, just so that people can play with her a little more effectively. You know, like McCree, I guess he's really powerful, you know, on both PC and console. McCree's giving me a lot of problems. I don't know if he's completely, like, he's not really that overpowered. They'll just need to make slight adjustments. I don't think his playstyle is going to change that much. I think that if anything, they'll probably increase the, you know, the cooldown of his flashbang thing, his stun. They'll increase the cooldown of that probably, or they might you know, decrease the damage of his fan shots or whatever ability. Fan the trigger, whatever it's fucking called. They might decrease the damage of that maybe a little bit. Yeah. So I'm pretty satisfied with how it is, honestly. And they're actually going to buff probably my favorite character in the game, D.Va. And I'm really, really excited about that because I am really fucking good with D.Va. And I don't really get the whole argument that she's not as good as she could be. I mean, I think she's really, really, really good, but you know, I guess she could stand to have a damage increase, I guess. Because, I mean, God, I've gotten like 27 kills with her once, you know, in a match. Gets players, and I don't know how many times I probably died like maybe 5 times or something. But I remember that, and I'm like, geez, is she too weak? I think it's just people may not be playing with her the way that they should, you know. But that's fine if it'll make it easier for people to actually pick her up and play her, because I think a lot of people just think that she's just a tank character, but she really isn't. She is a tank, but she's meant to be played, you know, as a backline, you know, kind of person, kind of like Tracer, where with D.Va, you really want to try and just sneak around and get up behind the enemy and just come up right on them and just wreck their world and then just fly off, get a health pack, you know, come back, you know, and just keep doing that, you know, just hitting the enemy out of nowhere. Just get right up on them, close up with their guns, and, you know, just wreck their world, you know, and then fly off, because you're a pain in the ass to get, you know, with D.Va. But, damn, I'm excited to see what they're going to do with her, with the buff. I don't know what they're going to do exactly, but, oh, I can't wait, because I'm already really good with her, so, we'll see what happens with this, buff. So yeah, I ended up getting a haircut here and shaved my beard. I didn't like the hair. I ended up like leaving the building and I was like, nah, I don't like this at all. It wasn't the haircut that I wanted. Yeah, this one. I should have changed it right here, but I was like, well, maybe it's just looking weird because of the wind or something, making my hair look goofy. But I ended up shaving my beard off. His beard grows back, you know, with time. So yeah, I ended up leaving and coming back and getting the actual haircut. I wasn't sure which haircut it was, but it definitely wasn't this one, because this one looks like shit. As you can see, it looks crappy. I was like, I don't know if I like this. And then I got outside and I was like, yeah, I don't like this. It looks stupid. So I went right back inside and changed my hair again. So thank you guys for watching the video. We're about done here. I'm gonna go ahead and start wrapping up because, you know. So yeah, I ended up getting the right haircut here. So yeah, man, I really appreciate your support, you guys. It really means the world to me that you guys are checking out these videos. You know, this is just something I do because it really gives me something to do. You know, something positive. You know, I'm able to actually just sit here and talk, because I don't really get to talk to people that much anymore, and, you know, just gives me something to do, and I'm just glad that some of you guys are checking these videos out. I really love you guys so much, and, you know, like I said, thank you so much for supporting me. So, yeah, I'm gonna see you guys on the next video, whatever it might be. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. If you liked the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment. Let me know how things are going, you know. So yeah, this has been Commander Shepard, signing off.